Welcome back to our music family, where we uncover the hidden stories shaping today's soundscape. If you live for the untold tales behind your favorite hits, please subscribe, like and share, because what you're about to read will challenge everything you thought you knew about music revivals, cross-generational collaborations, and the unstoppable rise of Latin pop. Imagine this, a track written over 4 decades ago, sitting quietly in the archives of nostalgia, suddenly surging back with a force so strong that it doesn't just climb the charts, it rewrites them. That's exactly what happened in 2025 with Ojos Trist, a reimagined version of Janette's 1981 classic Elma Macho de los Ojos Trist. But this is no ordinary comeback story. This is about how Selena Gomez, Blanco, and indie pop sensation the Maras joined forces to create a cultural earthquake that experts are calling unprecedented. By the time you finish reading, you'll see why this track isn't just another Latin radio success, it's a blueprint for the future of global music. The original Ojos Trist was a soft, melancholic gem released in 1981. While it never achieved blockbuster status worldwide, it became a beloved staple in Spanish-speaking households. Generations grew up with its bittersweet melody, often tied to family memories, late-night radio, and summer dances that felt endless. Fast forward to 2025, and that same melody, now dressed in glossy production, bilingual lyrics, and a genre-bending arrangement, has not only found new life but taken over the global stage. The track didn't sneak in quietly, it stormed into the spotlight, securing 14 weeks at #1 on Billboard's Hot Latin Pop Songs chart, 2 consecutive weeks at #1 on the Latin Pop Airplay chart. A historic triple crown by topping Latin Airplay, Latin Pop Airplay, and Hot Latin Pop Songs simultaneously. No other track in 2025 has managed this trifecta. For perspective, industry giants like Shakira, Karol G, and Rauw Alejandro all scored double crowns this year, but none reached the triple supremacy of Ojos Trist. So how did a decades-old ballad beat out the flashiest new singles of 2025? The first key lies in the collaboration itself. Each contributor brought something irreplaceable to the table. Selena Gomez, with her global reach, bilingual skills, and ability to move seamlessly between English and Spanish pop markets, Selena acted as the bridge between audiences. Her emotional delivery made the nostalgic lyrics feel universal. Blanco, known for crafting hits with artists like Halsey, Ed Sheeran, and Justin Bieber, Benny's production added the sparkle. He kept the recognizable melodic DNA of the original but layered it with modern rhythms, lush synths, and radio-ready polish. The Maras, the indie darlings of the bilingual scene, injected authenticity and soul. Their dreamy textures and heartfelt harmonies made the song feel raw and real, not just another commercial experiment. The result? A track that resonated across generations, cultures, and genres. Where older listeners heard echoes of their youth, younger fans discovered a song that felt brand new, yet strangely familiar. Unlike some viral sensations that explode overnight, Ojos Trist was built for longevity. It first appeared on the Hot Latin Pop Songs chart in April 2025, quietly slipping into the #1 spot, but instead of fading quickly, it grew. Week by week, it gained a 10% increase in audience impressions in mid-August alone, 9 million listeners on US Latin radio stations. Steady boosts from playlist placements on Spotify and Apple Music. Consistent radio spins in both Latin-focused and crossover markets. What made it different was its stickiness. Other tracks came and went, like Karol G's Magros or her collaboration Clechinando Herits, which briefly dethroned Ojos Trist. But those wins were short-lived. When the dust settled, Selena, Benny, and the Maras were still sitting comfortably at the top. So why this song, and why now? The answer lies in the emotional cocktail of nostalgia plus reinvention. Audiences in 2025 crave authenticity but also freshness. They want songs that feel like old friends yet surprise them at the same time. Ojos Trist nailed this balance. It honored the essence of Janette's original while transforming it into something today's ears could fall in love with. Think of it as musical time travel, one foot in the past, the other firmly stepping into the future. That blend created an emotional resonance that streaming algorithms alone could never manufacture. The dominance of Ojos Trist is also part of a larger trend reshaping Latin music. Instead of simply translating English hits into Spanish, artists are now revisiting and reimagining classics from within the Latin canon itself. Earlier in 2025, we saw Gloria Estefan's Races and Shakira's Soltera achieve double chart dominance. But those were modern releases. What makes Ojos Trist revolutionary is its origin story. It wasn't built from scratch. It was rebuilt. This opens the door for more artists to explore their cultural roots in fresh, collaborative ways. Imagine Bad Bunny reviving a salsa classic with Rosalia, or Camilo reworking a bolero standard with Billie Eilish. Suddenly, the possibilities are endless. What's even more fascinating is how much care went into making this collaboration work. Selena, Benny, and the Maras didn't just hop into a studio for a quick session. According to insiders, the project took months of negotiations with rights holders of the original track, cross-cultural brainstorming sessions to preserve authenticity while appealing to today's listeners. Careful balance of languages, the song shifts seamlessly between English and Spanish, reflecting the dual identities of its audience. Even the rollout was meticulously planned. From teaser clips on TikTok to Selena's Instagram stories to late-night live performances, the team knew that visibility was key. But unlike many modern campaigns, the song's success wasn't just hype-driven. It was sustained by genuine audience connection. To fully grasp the scale, let's look at what Ojos Trist achieved by August 30, 2025, 14 non-consecutive weeks at #1 on Hot Latin Pop Songs, 2 consecutive weeks at #1 on Latin Pop Airplay. #1 on Latin Airplay with a 10% weekly audience jump. 9 million US Latin radio listeners in a single tracking week. For comparison, even megastars like Bad Bunny and Karol G often see their singles peak for 5 to 7 weeks before fading. Ojos Trist doubled that, and it's still holding strong. What's truly astonishing isn't just the numbers, but the why behind them. Audiences across age groups have connected to this track because it gives them something rare, for older listeners, a chance to relive memories, but with a modern twist that doesn't feel dated. For younger listeners, a gateway into Latin classics they may never have discovered otherwise. For crossover fans, a bilingual anthem that proves Latin pop isn't just for Latin audiences, it's global. One fan on Twitter summed it up perfectly: hearing my mom sing along to Selena's version of a song she grew up with, while I added it to my workout playlist. This is what music should do, connect us. Music analysts are already predicting that the success of Ojos Trist will trigger a wave of similar projects. Labels have noticed how this formula, nostalgia, collaboration, and modern production, creates a perfect storm of streaming, radio, and social media engagement. But here's the catch: it won't work for just any song. What made Ojos Trist so effective was the fit between the original's emotional weight and the collaborators' unique talents. Copycat attempts without that chemistry will likely fall flat. Still, one thing is clear: the era of Latin music isn't slowing down. If anything, it's evolving into its most dynamic phase yet. At first glance, Ojos Trist might look like just another hit single. But peel back the layers, and it's a symbol of something much bigger: the timelessness of great melodies. The power of collaboration across generations. The shift in global music consumption, where nostalgia and innovation go hand in hand. From a forgotten ballad in 1981 to the most dominant track of 2025, Ojos Trist proves that music has no expiration date. With the right vision, even a song buried in time can become the soundtrack of today. So next time you hear it playing, whether on the radio, at a party, or in your headphones, remember this: you're not just listening to a hit. You're listening to history being rewritten, one note at a time. And if this story left you as fascinated as we are, stay tuned. Because in the unpredictable world of music, the next revival might already be waiting in the shadows, ready to take us by surprise.